So here I'm bending the PSS-460, and as the first modification I wanted to do was to replace, I'll show you, this chip which is responsible for the so-called stereo symphonic, I think, I don't know if you can see it, here it is, MN3206 with the MN3207, and doing so I wanted to have like some control over the chorus, particularly the speed. What I did was, I don't know if you can see here, was to replace the original capacitor, to try, like here, there where you see the holes is where the original 1 microfarad capacitor was connected, with a capacitor there that is a 100 nanofarads, but also with this rotary switch that allow me to change the value of capacitors, like in order to change the length, change the frequency of the LFO driving the chorus. And also I wanted to control the speed, so basically I hooked up this 100k potentiometer here where those two wires are. Those two wires are connected. Let me see if I don't destroy the keyboard. So here, I don't know if you can see, so you see where these wires are, the blue wires. So where the two blue wires are, there used to be a 330k resistor, which I removed, and I instead hooked up like this 100k potentiometer, which will, as I'll show you in a second, allow me to variate the speed of the chorus. So I'm gonna engage the stereo symphonic, which is the chorus. Right, there you go. You can hear. Now I will variate the speed of the chorus, as you can see. Changing the capacitor, of course, will increase or decrease the rate of the chorus. No, it's almost like check you out, Keith Emerson, like playing upside down. It's quite funny, I think, like it's quite an interesting thing to have. So basically what's gonna happen is that when I hardwire everything, I will include like a knob such as that to control the rate, plus a rotary switch to change the capacitors. Be interesting to change the shape of the LFO and the depth, so that the amount of chorus can be adjusted like to your own taste, and that would be really cool to achieve. But anyway, I will provide schematics either here or somewhere else, so that if you want to modify your PSS-460 or similar, you can do it. Cool, yeah. So I managed to control the depth of the chorus, unsoldering here, I think, where is it? Here, yeah. One leg of the resistor that was connecting to pin 1 and 2 of the 4558, which controls the LFO, and unsoldering the resistor. Then I wired up a potentiometer where the yellow clip goes to ground, the red goes to, it would be the output of the LFO, and it goes to the disconnected end of the resistor, is a 6.8K resistor, and then the white one finally is connected to this wire, to this blue wire that I wired and soldered in place of the one of the legs of the resistors, and basically is connected to pin 1 and 2, which are these on this solder base. I don't know if you can see one. Let me indicate it with a screwdriver. So it is 1 and 2, and this trace goes up here where I'm touching, and this is the end of this blue wire, which goes to the third leg of the capacitor. So I'll show you. I'm doing everything with one hand, holding the phone, so it's a bit difficult to give good videos, but hey. So there is still a little bit of chorus, so I might even increase the value of the resistor. So basically this is the amount of signal that is mixed with the dry signal, and you can tell the difference. I might increase it, like at the moment I'm using like a 100K, so I might have to step up to 250 or 220K, depends what I have in stock. So but yeah, this is the way of connecting. As I showed before, we already set up the time here, so let me see if I start like a rhythm. Bear with me. So here we control the rate of the chorus. Here the point, the amount. I think it's quite a cool effect, and it gives you more. Basically, this is oh, let's shut down. So basically, there is here. I'll show you if I can. There is this orange button, which is upside down, and it's stereo symphonic. So that's like it was the old chorus, which was simply on and off. And now with these two modification and changing the capacitors, you have like access to a whole amount of like controls and settings, which basically is a built-in effect that wasn't exploited much in the original circuitry, and this enhances quite a lot. Just a simple feature, just wiring two pots basically. So just adding two pots, you increase what you can do, and it's quite cool. So after having connected this wire in order to have the chorus functioning, here you can see that I desoldered the FM chip. So well, first of all, like I put like labels here on the PCB so that it's easier for me to work, but also like for you to know what's happening here. So this is the CPU, this is the FM chip, and here you can see other chips that are, I think they are CMOS chips, but anyway, like they're quite cool to generate random sequences, as we will see later on. But anyway, now just desolder the FM chip, which is here, and as you can see, I opened up the pins relative to the data lines, which are 2 on one side and 6 on the other. I will put this one that I modified to accommodate 24 pins on the other side, and also I will connect 8 wires to the actual chip, to the actual FM chip, and then 8 wires to the relative points here, so that basically they are disconnected, and I can either patch them with a patch bay or with switches, or you know, whatever else I want to use to control the data lines. Hi, so this is the PSS-460 and 460, and I am wiring these rotary switches with cables going to the cables I pre-soldered before, which connects to the different ICs present on the board. So you have different ICs here, and to be honest, I don't know what to do. And you have here the CPU, and you have here another IC, and here you have the FM chip, which is already patched here in the patch bay. So this will allow me to basically select individual points, and with like, for example, like push button, momentary push button or switches, you can engage two different combinations, or, you know, different combinations, many different combinations, or you can patch them with wires, for example, connecting them to CPU, or here to the clock, master clock in and output. And here we'll basically already made the hole, so this is gonna control the rate of an LFO, control some 4066 switches. They will go here, so basically this will allow to kind of like time the bands, or you know, like, and you can assign them as you want. So actually it's gonna be quite patchable and modular. And here still haven't put any components or wired anything, but this is gonna be the capacitor wheel for the chorus. This is gonna be the rate of the chorus, the depth, and then a switch to put the kind of like you know, sort of like fake flanger in, flanger, I don't know how you say. And this all here is gonna be for the LED. So yeah, loads of soldering, and hopefully it will be a super crazy keyboard. Let's see.